Our son Luca spent 6 years in Wicklow Democratic School. We feel very grateful to have had the opportunity to give him the experience of a more holistic learning environment that's really grounded in real life. He really enjoyed the autonomy to choose how to spend his time and the freedom to be physically active when he wished, to spend the day mountain biking if he wished, which is something that he did for a good chunk of time. And together with friends there, they built a mountain biking track in the grounds of the school, which was an amazing project and achievement for them to realise for themselves. He enjoyed engaging in rich conversations which are always happening in the school amongst all the different age students. He graduated last year with a clear plan of what he wanted to do, and we feel that it shaped him to be confident in himself socially, and to know what he wants. And he has a strong value for freedom and the responsibility that comes with it. So I feel very strongly that self-directed learning that happens in Wicklow Democratic School is necessary, you know, in the landscape of education in Ireland. And I'm very grateful for all the dedicated staff members who are constantly working and growing into the best version, providing the best version of the school alongside the students and the families who are there. So we've had a very positive experience.
That was like amazing year for us, and we were observing Zosia, how she is growing, you know, and blooming, and she changed a lot, and you know, all stress gone, you know, that stress which we had before when she was in different school, yeah, like public school, gone, and she was like transforming, like, you know, like every month she was getting more relaxed, happy, smiley, and all depression, darkness gone, you know, and it was so lovely to see her brightness and yeah, happiness. And she was so happy to come to school, you know. That was very unusual for us, you know, like years, like we were fighting with Zosia to push her to school, and like she was just going because she knew like she will meet the lovely people there and her friends, and she doesn't need to be stressed, you know, and nobody will have any expectations, like. And yeah, we all learn, like, actually, because for us was a big shock as well, this big change in the system, like. And at the beginning we were very worried with my husband, like we were talking together, like, oh my God, what's this? Like, how this will work, you know, this is crazy, this is totally different than we had, yeah, before. And now it's just, okay, we have to open our, you know, minds, hearts, and just follow, yeah. So, yeah, after 3 months, I think, I was faster, yeah, for me, I saw that change very fast, and I was very happy, and I understood what this means for Zosia. And my husband was more stiff, but as well, like, you know, after a few months, like, he saw how important is that kind of atmosphere, you know, like system, yeah, like this kind of idea for the children, yeah, to grow. And I understand now we don't need to always be in the box and go like all the ships going. I was thinking maybe that's ruin her future, something like that, really, that dramatically, you know. And then I saw, my God, this is just normal. It's okay. Everything is fine. Yeah, just different way, easier, more. She's very connected with her feelings, with her needs, and that's what I really need, because I love Zosia. Yeah, so I am so happy she has that possibility. Yeah, like, you know, sometimes I am jealous, you know, when I see what you're doing here. Yeah, and how much space you have and time, and you are somebody. Everybody can hear you, see you, not like I had, like, was 100 students, you know, and we were a number, yeah, and you are person here, you can grow, yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for that possibility. I am so happy and glad, and our life is really like open.
So sending our two kids to Wicklow Democratic School was a real game changer, both for us as parents and for them as young students. Having had the experience of our older two going to mainstream school, the difference was quite seeing our younger two flourish and really thrive in the environment that Wicklow Democratic School provided was very satisfying and very inspiring. And one of the great benefits was the interaction that they had with the staff there and also with the peers that they shared their time in the school with. In both cases, I think it brought the best out of the two boys, both in terms of inspiring them and ways in which they could interact with people who had maybe more life experience than them and different life experiences as well. So a really positive way of them gaining role models in their lives. Really, for both of them, though, I think working their way through mainstream school would have been difficult. I think it would have compromised their happiness. And for me, that was a big deal. I don't see why we should compromise on our happiness. On a more academic level, you know, also learning that he had difficulties, you know, he's dyslexic. But whereas in mainstream school, I think he would have been categorized in a particular way. I think in Wicklow Democratic School, he was given the space to go, well, maybe there are different ways of exploring subjects and of learning about things. And certainly, again, with a little bit of time since graduation, I can really see how that's paying off now that he's in college. And he knows about himself. He knows the difficulties he has, but he also knows the way he learns. In a way that maybe wouldn't have been exposed had he been forced to do it a particular way.
I think journey is a great word to start with because it was such a change having kind of both our kids kind of most recently in an Educate Together school, you know, to transition to here. It really was a journey. There was as much an evolution and a change that we needed to go through as parents and then for our children as well, you know. So I think it's really helpful to just have an open mind and, you know, an open heart about how these things happen. And I think a lot of it is trusting the process. And sometimes it's hard to see. I think we saw some really immediate changes, like our kids' kind of confidence, their happiness, their well-being, like was immediately impacted. And we could see, you know, like grandparents were like, oh my goodness, they're so open and chatty and confident and talking to adults. And, you know, I think that was an instant change that we saw. And then I think it's harder for us as parents to see the incremental changes because they're happening like slowly and evolving, and maybe we're not paying that much attention. It's a little bit like when you like measure your kid's height, you know, on the wall, and you come back a couple of months later, you're like, oh my goodness, it's a whole like 3 centimeters more, you know, and you just don't see that day on day, but over time you do see it. But I think as parents we've had to really start to kind of understand what the ethos of the school is around education and around like helping the kids to find their own way and learn to learn and like evolve and generate their own kind of interests and pursue them and find motivation around that and solve problems. You know, so there's a lot of things there that are like really intrinsically helpful things, but they're really hard to see.
My daughter has been attending for just over a year now, and it has been the best decision we ever made for her and for us as a family. If you want to send your child to a school that helps them feel like they belong, that helps them learn how to love learning again, that helps them be part of a family, that allows them the autonomy to decide where they want to go with their life, but with the support and guidance that is around them to help them figure that out, then this school is the one for you. It has a great sense of enveloping both the children who attend there as well as the parents in its ethos and how it does things. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It has been life-changing for our daughter, and really seems to have moved from a child who was not enjoying school at all and was reluctant to go to school to a child who cannot wait to get out the door to attend school every day. It has reinvigorated her, given her back her love of learning, and has also taught her how to go after what really motivates her to learn and the things that she's interested in. So I think it has given her a direction in life as well that she was lacking until now. It has been one of the best decisions we ever made, and you know, I would advise any parent out there to look into it further, do more research, talk to whoever you need to talk to, learn more and give it a go. You will not regret it.